So to the guys that say you got to train all out, you can ask them, like, do you really think that if I go one rep in reserve, truly one rep in reserve, and I have just like 5 sets per session, 4 sessions a week, blasting the compound hardcore basics, you really think I'm not going to get pretty close to optimal growth? And if they say yes, they're making things up. And if they say no, I think that's probably fine, then we're in that realm where it's like, okay, cool. What I would worry about is this. So, for example, if I go train with someone like Jordan Peters or something like that, right? And I watch him do like 2 sets of all out, super gnarly, crazy psycho failure, and then he rests like 5 days and does it again. I'm like, yo, respect, that might be a good way to do things because it's not crazy low volume, it's not crazy low frequency, and the relative effort's so high that like maybe it makes up for it. But if I watched him do 2 sets at like each one at 5 RIR and then take 5 days to recover, I'd be like, what the hell is he recovering from? Right? So there has to be a balance there. If you're going relatively shy of failure, and if your frequency is relatively low, you got to do a lot of per session volume. On the other hand, if your sessions are very frequent and you're going, a decent amount of volume per session, you can train at 2 or 3 RR and get great gains for a very long time because the total amount of stimulus of throughput to these pathways is still very high. So you want to check the boxes. You don't want to leave any boxes unchecked. There's a spectrum on each box as to how much you check it, and you can totally play with those, and it's everyone's guess as to which one of those is optimal. But when you are not checking one of the boxes and you're saying this is the way to go, it's kind of, to me, a bit of a curiosity.
Right, right, right. Okay, I asked you this question the last time we did a podcast, and I'm curious if anything has changed in the interim. What do you think of the idea of sprinkling in some failure? So, like, so you just say, you're doing your leg day and your last set of leg extensions, you go all out on that, even though it's week 1 of your mesocycle. Do you still think that that's a no-no, or do you think that that's acceptable?